Halifax, Needham.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Housing. The housing crisis is creeping further and further afield. Recently, the village of Cheticamp made the news for their dire situation. A councillor said of the housing shortage, it is killing our economy. And at the same time, if we don't have housing, we will not grow as a community. The situation is not only forcing people to leave, and I'll table that. The situation is not only forcing people to leave, but it's preventing people from moving to Cheticamp in the first place. And it's not the only place that's facing this situation. Mr. Speaker, will the minister acknowledge that the housing crisis is preventing our rural areas from growing and thriving?
The Honourable Minister of Housing, Nova Scotia.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the member for the question. I am aware of the article that she has tabled, and I can say that we will continue to work with the municipality, the County of Inverness, and the folks in and around Cheticamp. We understand the situation that they're in, Mr. Speaker, and we're certainly willing to have conversations to see if there's anything at all that we can do by way of partnering with those community organizations and others, Mr. Speaker, and or that municipality to offer more housing needs for those in that area. Thank you very much.
The Honourable Member for Halifax, Needham.
Mr. Speaker, my next question is for the Minister of Business. Communities across the province are facing a similar situation as Cheticamp. The explosion of short-term rentals in Badek, Mabou, Wolfville, and other communities is worsening the problem of lack of affordable housing and lack of housing for people across the income spectrums. I know that the Minister's department is consulting on what will be included in short-term rental regulations, but those consultations were meant to happen from June to September, and at least one active community group, Neighbours Speak Up, which formed in my constituency as a result of the explosion of short-term rentals, has been able to get no information despite repeated attempts. Mr. Speaker, can the minister confirm that no consultations have taken place with community groups such as Neighbours Speak Up in the development of regulations of short-term rentals?
The Honourable Minister of Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Officially, I can't confirm what conversations have taken place. I know that we have to be ready with this legislation and the associated regs that are going to wrap around that by April 1st. That's been the commitment, Mr. Speaker. As I've said, and quite frankly, the members brought to the floor of the legislature many times, we're certainly monitoring, concerned about the impact on the housing stock when it relates to the sharing economy and the short-term accommodations reality that's out there, Mr. Speaker. And again, that's why I do support, and I'm proud of the information that we're going to pull in by way of the registration system, because we need that data. And I think that many of the things the member highlights, not only here in the Peninsula and in Metro, but in the rural communities that she just listed, if this is going to have an impact on the housing stock, we want to know that, and this data will give us that information. Thanks.